What's up, dudes? Ready to get super nerdy? We're going to talk about t-shirts. These are all up on the store. Link is in my bio. I also just posted up all my Ride UKs and snaps. I'll do a video on those in the coming weeks, but I just did the dig video, so I thought I'd take a break from the magazine talk. These are all newer shirts from the past 10 years or so. They're in good shape. These are ancient history. This is all high school, late 90s. I wore the hell out of these shirts, washed them 1,000 times. They're faded. They have holes. Not too many stains. In a past life, I worked at I was an editor at a classic car magazine, and sometimes we'd be describing some incredibly rare old car, which had, and critiquing the condition problems that it had. But the expression we would use was, find another. So if you can find any of these shirts in better condition, you should buy those and not these, but you're not going to. We'll just say these have excellent patina. That's what these have. So, Kink bicycles, 1997, 98. This is a long sleeve black shirt, just a graphic on the arm. I don't know what happened with Kink around this time, but my recollection is they went from being a tiny company making axles and chain rings and doing small ads to doing beautiful full color ads, and had a full line of products and a frame and an awesome team. And I pulled this flyer out. This is on the store to remind you. They had the Ends, Jim Selinsky, Greg Walsh, Rob Tibbs, Pete Augustin. This is the moment that Kink went next level, and today Kink is huge and amazing, but this was the moment where it all got radical. I had a Kink Empire Revision B frame at this time, and I had all Kink parts on it. I had the I-beam, the pegs, the dropout protectors, the chainring, and you'd assume that with all Kink parts that there'd be no compatibility issues, but I got that fucking motorcycle chain, put it on, I was so psyched, and it rubbed on the chainstay. So I emailed Kink and said, what do I do? And they wrote right back and said, we're aware of the issue, but it's going to be fine, because if you just ride it, eventually it won't rub anymore. So I rode it, and the chain wore a hole in the frame, and it didn't rub anymore. Of course, it didn't matter, because the thing was so overbuilt that it didn't affect the strength. I rode it for years. It probably weighed 40 pounds, which I thought was awesome. It finally cracked, but still rode just fine, and thank God it finally got stolen. But that was Kink. Schwinn XS, Jimmy Levan, already talked about that one in a previous video. S&M Pitchfork t-shirt, 97-ish. Got the sticker on the store to go with it. So my story with this shirt is, in 99, I moved away to college to Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, which is outside Philadelphia. And I clicked in with a local crew in the next township over of Ridley Park. And it was all like really young teenagers, but I didn't care. I thought it was awesome because it was my first time being part of a scene. And the Ridley Park crew included a young Tom White, a young Ryan Navazio, and a young Adam Schnellenbach. And if you know Schnell, then you know Schnell. And maybe one day I'll do a video on Schnell. We'll see. So the story with this shirt is, I remember one day we were sneaking through a cut in a chain link fence to go ride some dirt jumps, and the sleeve caught on the fence and tore a big hole, which is still there. But it's quite possible that present on that day were Tom White, Ryan Navazio, and I'm pretty sure Schnell was there. But what a piece of BMX history, right? Okay, next up. Corrupted BMX. You don't know what this is, but I do. So in the Ridley Park crew, Ryan Navazio was part of the crew, and he was a little bit older. He was going to school for video. He edited or helped edit the Resist video, which was Brian Wismerski's t-shirt company. He did the DVD authoring for Criminal Mischief. He had his own video magazine, Jersey Riding Video Magazine, which eventually morphed into Standpoint, and that eventually became Left Right was the final issue of Standpoint. He did Insight. He did fucking Nike videos. Navaz became maybe the most respected BMX videographer out there. There's Stu Johnson, but Navaz was kind of the first guy to take a career path relating to BMX. And so rewind to 2000, Ridley Park. Corrupted BMX was Ryan Navazio's t-shirt company. And I don't know how many of these he sold. I think he did one batch of shirts and gave them to all of us. And we were the corrupted team. And we felt so cool. He made a little website, taught himself HTML. We all had our own bio pages. Closest I ever came to being sponsored. I know Navaz did make a corrupted video. It was not good. He did not release it, although I understand it is included as a Easter egg on the Faction video, and I've definitely got some sweet handrail crashes in there. But what an impossibly rare piece of BMX history. Okay, we've got 3 UGP shirts. I'm going to skip that one just for time. This one is called Mission of Nonsense. It's faded beyond recognition. You really can't know what you're looking at if you don't know what you're looking at. I've scoured the internet looking for an original version of this. I've never found it. I can tell you that the top right is Dave Frymouth toothpicking a quarter pipe, looking at the camera, which we used to call ratitude, although I haven't heard that term in 20 years. And Mission of Nonsense would be the title for their next video some years later after Face Value, which was... Face Value was the video that got me so psyched on UGP, and that's the time period where these t-shirts are from. Okay, finally, this is the Taj signature t-shirt from UGP. So Taj drew this graphic, animals burning a human at the stake. So I did some research to confirm my memory of the timeline. This shirt is 97. T1, the idea for T1 was apparently birthed on the first Road Fools, Joe and Taj on that trip in 1998. And you can look this up on 23mag.com. Joe Rich stated in 2007 that the name Terrible One comes from a t-shirt that Taj designed for UGP. There is only one who kills everything. Terrible One. So there we have it. The shirt that started it all. And apparently Taj had an idea he was going to start a t-shirt company, his own t-shirt brand under UGP. And it might have been called Terrible One. That didn't happen. I'm sure it would have been really cool. But instead we got the T1 that we now all know and love. So that's it, guys. Thanks. I had a lot of fun doing this video. Have a good night.